Hey guys, welcome to Biology 103. One of the This is a generic video, hopefully meant for the mini master class as well as the regular web classes. Also can be used in the biology class just to show you how to navigate yourself around Blackboard. Most of the classes are set up pretty much the same way. But anyway, as soon as you open up your Blackboard, most likely it's going to go to the announcements page. So I'm going to kind of scroll down the announcements page just so that you have an idea of what you'd see. Okay, so uh, here's some instructions on the announcements page that kind of helps you get started. Telling you to make sure you go to the course overview tab, which we'll go to in a minute, and read every single thing in the course overview tab. If there are any videos, which is most likely where you're going to find this video, in the course overview tab. Um, also, giving you some heads up on, say for instance, if you're having trouble with some of the material during the semester, that we have a tutoring center. It's called STAR, and it used to be located in room 206, but I think it's now in 331. It's somewhere over near the bookstore. So you'll be able to find the STAR Institute. But make sure you just read all the sections and do everything that's in that course overview tab. Another big thing, technical issues. If Blackboard is not working, that's when you call the 306-2700 number. But if you are having trouble with your McGraw-Hill assignments, then you need to make sure you call that 1-800 number. And that's listed in the uh, course information section, but I believe it's 1-800-331-5094. 331-800-331-5094. And I'm just guessing, but you'll be able to find again this information in the course information section. Another big announcement, and again, the rest, these are just announcements that you're going to find at the beginning of the semester. Okay, you're going to be doing labs, so but all of your labs are virtual. Um, so as far as your lab grades, a lot of times when you complete a lab, you might not be able to complete it 100%. So therefore, you're going to be wondering, where is my lab grade? So you want to do that lab, try to get in the 90 to 100% range so you get the majority of the points. Sometimes you just can't complete the lab. The other thing about the labs, which I'll hopefully remember to go over again, but the labs, why should I know this stuff? Are trial and error. You have a lab person that speaks to you and tells you what you're about to do, and a lot of times you'll be thinking, I've never had any of this stuff in my life, but you'll learn along the way. And that's what happens in the classroom. You haven't had the stuff, but you'll learn along the way. So since you've chosen to take all of well, not maybe not all of your classes, but this particular class online, you'll learn just like we learned in the classroom, by trial and error. So you may get some stuff right, you may not get it all right, but you just do the best that you can. And again, just try to achieve your labs in that 90 to 100% range. Your grades won't show up until after the due date. If you hit 100%, most likely they're going to show up immediately. If you don't hit 100%, then they're going to show up after the due date. But make sure it always tells you a percentage of how much you've completed the lab. So make sure you pay attention to that percentage that it gives you, and try again, like I said, to get in that 90 to 100% range. Once you reach that range, if you've got extra time that you can go back and work on it, but just don't get bogged down, just stuck on this one lab and you miss all your other assignments. So make sure you try to do all of your assignments, because all of your assignments are what's going to make up your entire grade. And then again, I've already mentioned STAR. That's the again, that room number for STARS is, I believe, wrong. And for Huntsville campus, I think it's room 331. I think I started writing it. But anyway, it's right across from the bookstore. So if you've already been to the Calhoun bookstore, then you should know where Star is. It's right across the hallway from the bookstore. All right, let's go back and look at some information up at the top, and that is let's go in the course information. Under course information, that's where you're going to find that course overview, which is where that last welcome portion sent you to. An in course overview, that's where you're going to find this video as well as some other videos that are going to help you get started for the semester. So I'll just go ahead and click on here. So the uh, orientation videos are in here. Number 2, how to register for Connect. There's some information on how to register for Connect. There's another video. I'm not going to play the video, but make sure you watch that video as well. One of the other things is, of course, you're going to be required to have a code. You don't have to buy a lab book. Everything that you need comes with that code. Do not buy a lab book. They give you an opportunity to buy a lot of people like to have a physical book, and you can have your physical book for an additional $25. And that's if you purchase your book through this particular website, through McGraw-Hill. So in other words, while you are in Blackboard, once you click on your first assignment, it's going to ask you if you want to go ahead and buy your code, or it's going to ask you, do you want to use a 2-week free code? Use the 2-week free code if you don't have your books yet. That way you will not be behind. Use the 2-week free code. Get your assignments done. Get as many assignments as you can get done in that 2 weeks, okay? So that you don't have any time missing between the time you get the book. We're going to look at the syllabus in a minute, and the syllabus is going to say, I don't open assignments, because you have no reason for not getting your assignments done, because you got 2 weeks where you got this free code where you can get some stuff done. All right, so back to this. But anyway, it says information you can use. Again, that 2-week free code. Online students, again, reminded not to purchase a lab book. It says, even if you have not purchased your code yet, you hadn't bought a code, it says, make sure you register temporarily to get those assignments done. And we've already gone over technical support, but here are those numbers that I was telling you about. All right, so let's go back over to course information. The next thing that you're going to find is your course syllabus. Let's go over the course syllabus. And then once you've gone over the course syllabus, your first assignment in the McGraw-Hill is to take a syllabus quiz. So once you've read the syllabus, you've either printed the syllabus, then it says now you need to take a quiz on the syllabus. Okay, my name is Miss Felicia Ewing. My office number is 890-4798. How do I want you to communicate with me? Through course messages. So over here you will see course messages. That's where I want you to communicate with me. If you communicate through course messages, I will always see your message. If you communicate through our Outlook email, because I get so many emails, your email might get lost. So the best way to communicate with me is to use course messages. All right. Where's my office located? It's so you can call me and make an appointment if you need to come in. But that room number is 1207. Again, we're going to be using the information for through McGraw-Hill. Our book is the Mater biology book. And so our text is Inquiry to Life by Sylvia Mader. It's the 16th edition. You will need a code. So don't think that if you're in this class, I've had students go, well, I didn't know I had to have a code. Yes, you have to have a code. There's no possible way for you to do all the homework in the labs and all the things that you're required to do without the code. So you have to have a code. Okay, we've already talked about STAR Institute, so I'm going to skip past that. Here are your course objectives. I'm not going to read those to you. You can read those yourself. And then you got some basic outlines of the things that we're going to cover as far as the chapters are concerned. And now here's the other big one. A lot of people, when they look at the grade book, they only thing they see are points. No, you have a grading plan, and so part of that 14% is going to come from you doing the Connect Smart Book exams and your comprehensive final. That's going to be 61% of your grade. The labs and whatever other assignments, that's 15%, and then the quizzes, that's 10%. So make sure you are doing all of your assignment because they add up to make your complete grade. As far as the grading scale, normal grading scale, 90 to 100% is an A, 59 below is an F. Okay, as far as assignments, it says students should read each corresponding chapter. One of the things we want to make sure that you know that this is a rigorous course, but it's a fun course. But if you are unable to commit to doing all of the assignments, then perhaps you signed up for the wrong class because you're going to need to do all of those assignments in order to pass the class. And try to do them well. You're going to need to study. Once you've done your Learn Smarts and you've done your lab, you want to take a quiz on the material, and then you want to make sure you study all that, maybe not the labs, and then take a test. So you need to study and actually prepare for your timed test. You have 6 tests. So if we go back up here and look, there are actually 6 tests. Let me go back up. 6 tests total that you're gonna 6 or 7 tests that you're gonna take this semester. So, but as far as chapters, somewhere between 10 and 14 chapters, I guess. But you have 6 tests over all of that information. But as far as the Learn Smarts, a smart book, it's a reading assignment. But you want to make sure that you do the practice portion or you don't get your points. So in other words, the practice portion means that you are answering questions. Okay? You are answering questions. These dates are going to change from semester to semester, but they're current for this semester. But you can always print your own syllabus and see what your dates are. Another big thing that I want to point out is that before I close out this video and then start another video, but you have a registration and submission of your biography and syllabus quiz. They are due by 11:59. Okay, so the syllabus quiz, you're going to do that with McGraw-Hill. Your biography, you're going to do it in the discussion board. So over to the left of the screen, you're going to see a discussion board. That's where you're going to do that. Everything is due by Monday, January the 20th. One of the other things that you want to make sure is that Unit 1 and 2 are also due Wednesday, January the 22nd. This class moves very, very fast. You have lots of, I think you have assignments due every 8 or so days. So 8 to 10 days. So you want to make sure that you are doing the assignments and getting them done. So those are all those due dates. Your final for this particular semester, it says it's March 4th, but again, that's going to change from semester to semester. Now, as far as the smart book, real quick, I want to, and the labs and everything else kind of works the same way, but you have a reading assignment. You can choose to read first. Once you open up your smart book, then it's going to ask you some questions, but these are questions that are actually in the text. But then it says, in order for you to get the smart book points, it says you need to hit this button. If you didn't choose it the first time, because some people just go ahead and choose to answer questions and answer as many as they can until it forces you to go and read the chapter because it figures you don't know anything about it. But anyway, so the smart book questions that have to be answered for every single chapter, you got to find this button. Okay, unless when you open it up, you chose to start with the questions, but you always have to toggle back and forth between reading and answering these questions, unless you're just really smart and you know them already. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this video right here before I run out of time, and I don't want to keep you too long in this video. But if you have any questions, feel free to contact me either course messages or via phone. Hope you have a great time getting started this semester.